y'all, welcome to another weekly what's for dinner, starting off today, which is Sunday, with something simple, which I'm going to make these encore gravy and 6 Salisbury steaks with some broccoli and mashed potatoes. I may only use 1 packet of those mashed potatoes, not sure yet. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And I think I'm going to put these in the oven instead of the microwave since I have time. So yeah, let's get started. Alright y'all, so these are the steaks that I'm cooking, the Salisbury steaks that I'm cooking. So I have my oven preheating to 375, and I'm just going to go ahead and put those on the tray. And once my oven preheats, I'll go ahead and stick these in the oven and let them cook for about an hour. I'm going to go ahead and put a pot of water on for my broccoli and go ahead and let those steam with some salt. And the mashed potatoes, I'm going to put these on probably right before we get ready to eat dinner, so that way they'll still be hot and fluffy. So yeah, let me wait for my oven to preheat and I will be back. Alright y'all, so I have the broccoli on. I just put a little bit of water in there so it can steam. And right here I have the water on for the mashed potatoes already salted. I have about 9 minutes left on the steaks. So when I come back, I will show you what my plate looks like. Alright y'all, so this is what the steaks are looking like out of the oven. I'm just going to let those cool for a little bit. And broccoli is steaming and I'm waiting on the water for the potatoes. Alright y'all, so this is what my plate is looking like. I want to thank you for joining me on this What's for Dinner, and I will see you on the next one. Alright, he's out here getting the grill fired up. Alright y'all, so let's get started. I have this pot on back here. This is going to be for my Rice-A-Roni. Let me put a little bit of salt in here. and let that come up to a boil. Right here, I am going to, I have some water in here already, and I have this smoked neck bone that I am about to just go in here. I had this in the freezer, and I'm going to go ahead and stick this in so that can start coming to a boil and cook for a little bit. I'm going to put just a tad of salt in here since that's already smoked. I want to overpower it with salt, and I'm going to put pepper. And this is going to be to season my and you know, my other staples, my garlic powder, which I got to get some more, and my onion powder. But this is going to be to season my black-eyed peas with. So yeah. And this pot back here, I am just going to use it for my stovetop stuffing. So let me go ahead and turn this front burner on. Oh, excuse me, y'all. And put the lid on. Oh, it's got to be that pepper. Put the lid on. I'm going to let that come up to a boil and turn it down to a medium simmer. And let that cook probably for about an hour before I put my black-eyed peas in. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Woo. Okay. So yeah, this water right now is boiling. So let me put just a dab of oil in it. Not gonna use any butter. So yeah, let me just put a dab. And yeah, because one of my granddaughters doesn't eat yellow rice. I don't know what's wrong with her, but yeah. So let's go ahead. That's why I'm making a small pot. A little bit more. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let that cook. Let that come up to a boil, and then I'll turn it down and let it simmer. And I'm just going to put the stovetop stuffing on probably right before we get ready to eat dinner, about 10-15 minutes, because it's not going to even take long for that to cook at all. And yeah, I'll be back. Alright y'all, so my meat has been boiling for a little while, and I am going to go ahead, and I have some okra in here too. Go ahead and put the lima beans, not lima beans, the black-eyed peas in. I'll probably put like a cup. It's going to expand anyway. So yeah, I have probably like a cup in there. And this is what the rice is looking like. It is done. So yeah, like I said, probably about 15 minutes before we get ready to eat, I will go ahead and do the stovetop stuffing. So yeah, I'm going to just let this here come to a boil. And go ahead and let these black-eyed peas continue to cook, y'all. Alright, so I have the water on back here for the stovetop stuffing. I just put a little bit salt. So I'm gonna put the lid on and let that come up to a boil. Once that comes up to a boil, I'm just going to go ahead and put this stuffing mix in. And I'm not going to do the cornbread. I forgot I have biscuits. I'm just going to use the biscuits. Alright, so I have the water right there boiling. Let's go ahead and turn that front burner off. Let's go ahead and open up this stovetop stuffing. And then I'm just going to pour that in and use the fork to make sure everything is covered. And voila, there you have it. Stovetop stuffing. And as it sits, it'll just absorb the seasonings. So yeah guys, I'll be back and show you what my plate looks like. That is what the meat is looking like coming off of the grill. I cannot wait to cut into this. So yeah, I'll be back with what my plate looks like. Alright y'all, so this is what my plate is looking like. The hubby did his thing on the rib roast. So I want to thank you for joining me on this What's for Dinner. And I'll see you on the next one. In today's What's for Dinner, I am making some simple quesadillas. Some beef quesadillas. So I just have my ground beef here. The tortilla shells, some taco seasoning, and I have the cheese right there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright y'all, so I can't find my little handy dandy meat mesher, so I am going to use this here potato mesher to go ahead and mesh up this meat and break it up. And then I'm going to go ahead and season it with my seasoning, salt, pepper. Let me turn this water off, y'all. Salt, pepper, you already know, onion powder, garlic powder, all that good stuff. Yeah. So I am just going to go ahead and let this go ahead and cook off camera. And once it cooks, gets brown, I'm going to wash this frying pan out and get ready to do the quesadillas. Alright, so I have finished cooking the ground beef and I have meshed it up or made it as small as I can. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this out, set it to the side, and go ahead and wash this pan, wipe this pan out, and get ready to make the tortillas. Alright, so I don't know if I should use butter, the vegetable oil right here, or that. I'm going to spray a little bit of this on there and we'll see how it goes. We will see what happens. And this is the tortilla shell that I'm using. And then I put some meat on because I'm making 4, and then I'm just going to cut them in half. I should have did them like that. That's hot. Should have did them like that, but that's fine. Then let's turn it down a little bit. I get a little bit of cheese and put on it. And then I just get another one and stick it on top and press it down like that. And then I just check the bottom, and you just let it be the color. I think I'm gonna use oil, a little bit of oil. You just let it be whatever color you want it to get to. I use a combination of the oil and the spray. Spray some on there. Gonna flip it. So yeah, probably let it cook on each side for about 2 to 3 minutes until it comes to the desired color that you want. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let that cook, y'all, and when I come back I'll show you what my plate looks like. Alright y'all, so this is what my plate is looking like for dinner tonight. I want to thank you for joining me on this What's for Dinner, and I will see you on the next one. Hey y'all, in tonight's What's for Dinner, I am making mackerel croquettes with grits. So yeah, I have my onions right here, my eggs, my green peppers, and I got breadcrumbs I'm going to mix in, and right here is the grits. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright y'all, so I have cut up, can y'all see? Let me push y'all up a little bit. I have cut up some of the onions and bell pepper, and I'm just gonna stick them on in the pan and let them cook probably for, I want to say maybe about 5 minutes, so they can just get a little tender, because I don't like to put the raw meat in, or not the raw meat, but the raw onions and bell peppers with the mackerels. So yeah, let me put a little seasoning on here. I'm just going to use a little bit of salt and pepper. Then I'm going to let this cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. Alright y'all, so while the bell peppers and onions are cooking, getting a little soft, I'm going to go ahead and do the mix up the mackerel. So I got 2 different kinds. I have this mackerel mix right here that I'm using, and I also have this mackerel mix that I'm using. I'm holding it like that because I still has the juice in it. So normally what I do is, it depends on the mood I'm in, because sometimes, okay, I just a little juice. I go in and I remove like the little, if you can see, like the little seed thing, the little spine things in, and I just go in and take those out. So sometimes I leave them in and sometimes I don't, but tonight I don't feel like leaving them in. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take them out. And if y'all haven't noticed by now, I like to touch my food. I like to feel it, touch it. Some people use gloves. I really don't. I just like touching my food. I mean, what harm comes for touching your food? None. So yeah, let's go ahead and I just get all that little stringy part out. And in the process, I just break it up. So yeah, I just go in and break it up. And that's kind of how it looks. I know it's kind of dark. I need to move, you guys. My kitchen lighting is. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me wash my hands. Alright, so let me just go ahead and take this one off. Once again, this is the mackerel that I'm using. Then I'm just going to dump those in. And I've never used this brand before, so I'm quite sure it has the, yeah, it has the little spine thingies in it also. So yeah, take those out. And once I get all of these out, I'm going to do the same thing. Squish them up. I have not had these in a while. This brings back childhood memories. Y'all leave me a comment down below, because it's just like making salmon croquettes. The only thing is you using mackerels instead of salmon. The same philosophy. The exact same philosophy. So yeah, and I'm just going to go ahead and mesh those up. As you can see, yeah, let me take my onion mixture off the stove. Okay, let me wash my hands real quick, guys. Alright, so I need to put a little bit of flour in there. And then, of course, I am going to use my pepper, my salt. Y'all already know my staples. My onion powder and my garlic powder. And then I am going to use, and I'm using the Publix brand, so of breadcrumbs. That's probably maybe a half a cup. And then I am going to crack 2 eggs. And I had a little bit of juice in there, but I'm just going to put just a tad bit more juice. And going to go ahead and add my onion mixture. Ooh, that smells so good. That smells good. Alright, so put that back in the soaker. That's what I'm going to use. And let me go ahead and mix this up. Let me put a little oil in the pan so it can be heating up, y'all. Alright. So yeah, since I just put that onion mixture in there and it's still a little hot, I'm just going to mix it up with a spoon. Get it kind of oil incorporated. And you want to test the consistency of it to see maybe if you want to add some more breadcrumbs or if it needs a little more liquid. I'm going to add a little bit more breadcrumbs. I think I'm good on the seasoning. So yeah, let me just add a little bit because it's still like a little damp. Alright. Then we're going to go ahead and mix this up. Okay, I can touch it now. Alright, so go ahead and mix all of this up. And the breadcrumbs on the egg is what's going to bind everything together. Okay. You don't want to over mix it. And then basically what you want to do is get it. I normally get mine and roll it into a ball, and then flatten it out like that. And then some of them I put in a flour first and then stick it in the frying pan, and some I don't. So let me straighten up a little bit, y'all, and I will be back and we can start the frying process. Alright, y'all, so right here I have my water getting ready to boil for my grits. So let me put a little bit of salt in and just turn the burner up. And right here is the flour mixture that I have. And I'm going to get ready to put that in. Let's see. I always test it. It's not hot just yet. It should be, but it's not. There it is. I hear it. And normally what I do, let me just show you guys, is I take it. Sorry guys. Let me push you guys back a little more. There. Is I take it and I just pat it down in the flour like that. Shake it off. And then I just stick it in the frying pan like that. And I just repeat the same process. Put it in. Let me turn the fan on. Put it in. Put it in. Make sure it's covered. And I don't use a whole lot of grease. I don't. But I try to put maybe 4 in at a time. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of these. Off camera. Alright y'all, so this is what my plate is looking like with my grits and my mackerel croquettes, and I got my biscuit warming up in the oven. So I want to thank you for joining me on this What's for Dinner, and I'll see you on the next one. Hey y'all, welcome to another nightly What's for Dinner. So on the menu tonight, I am trying a new recipe. Let me show it to you. It is pepper steak, and that's the way it's supposed to look, y'all. So hopefully this comes out looking like that, or if not looking like that, close to it and tasting delicious. So I got this jasmine rice right here. It's boiled in a bag, so I'm going to use probably 1 or 2 bags for myself. I have this white rice here that I'm going to use for the girls. And then it calls for cornstarch, ginger. I got some soy sauce back there. This is I couldn't find any decent looking flank steak, so I got this. And I got this here garlic clove that I'm going to mince up. And I got this red bell pepper and this red bell pepper. And what's not listed on here, or what's not shown, is the sugar and the salt, pepper, and water. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started, y'all. Alright, y'all, so I am just going to go ahead and chop up this garlic. I thought I had a garlic mesher. I do, but I have no idea where it is. So I'm going to have to look for it and pull that bad boy out. Because cutting up garlic, yeah. Not my favorite. Alright. So, there's the garlic. And then I am going to go ahead and slice up these peppers into thin slices. And I'm probably just going to do that off camera. Well, I'm going to get it started, but I will probably do the rest of it off camera. Yeah. And I'll be back. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and put some oil in the pan. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the onions in. And I'm going to let these cook until they get soft. I'm just going to put them in there and leave them alone. And then I'm going to get the sauce mixed up together. Alright, y'all. So I have taken the onions out and I am about to go ahead and put the meat in. I have cut it up into thin slices. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Let me wash my hands real quick. Alright, so let me go ahead and season this with some salt, pepper. Y'all know salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. And I'm going to go ahead and get the rice on. And I'm going to probably let these cook anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes to go ahead and let the meat get brown and a little tender. Y'all, it is smelling so good in here. And I'll be back, y'all. Alright, y'all, so I have my rice right here. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the stove and put it in here, and it's supposed to boil for about a good 10 minutes. And I'm going to put the lid on so it can go ahead and come to a boil. And the meat is coming along fine, letting that cook. And I'll be back, y'all. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to, while the meat is cooking, go ahead and make up the sauce. Let me get a spoon. So I need a 1/4 cup of water, which I have right here. I need a 1/4 cup or the soy sauce. And then I need, it said 1.5 tablespoons of sugar, which I have right here. And then I need 1.5 tablespoon of cornstarch. And then I'm just going to mix all that together. I may use a little bit more soy sauce. And I just mix it together, waiting for everything to come together. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic. And also go ahead and add the ginger. Okay. And then I'm going to mix this here up, probably for about 30 seconds, and then I'm going to get ready to go ahead and add the peppers back in. Oh man, it's smelling so good up in here. My rice is getting ready to come to a boil. Let me bump that up a little bit. Everything will be fully together all at once. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and add the peppers back in. Go ahead and mix all this up. I'm going to let this cook for probably a good 5 minutes. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this mixture in here. Alright, and I need to let this come to a simmer. Let it come to a boil. I might have to add just a little more soy sauce and stuff, but I'm going to let this come to a boil. And by that time, this rice should be done because it is boiling. And dinner will be ready. And I'll probably come back and show you my plate. Alright, y'all, I'm going to show you two different plates. I plated up my husband's on like this. This is what it looks like on a plate. And this is mine. This is what it looks like in a bowl. So I think I did pretty good. But I want to thank y'all for joining me on this What's for Dinner. And I will see you on the next one.